Good morning, happy Wednesday, happy Wednesday, happy Wednesday. Today's Wednesday, right? I believe it is. All right, so I have no idea, I didn't script out what I want to talk about, but I do want to talk about what happened in July. So as you're hopping on, let me know where you're tuning in from. I know that that we got people from all over the United States and outside of the United States that we've been connecting with a lot. So I'd love to hear where you guys are watching from. So last month, again, I don't have any of this scripted. I just felt in my heart compelled to share with you. From the beginning, from a year and a half ago, I had made the promise to anyone who is following our journey to just be 100% transparent about everything, and that includes not only the ups but the downs, right? That includes the struggles, along with just reality. Facebook can be such a, or even social media. I shouldn't just say Facebook, but social media can be just such a highlight reel for some people that all you see is the good. And that's just not reality. I mean, I was just watching a short clip from Gary Vee this morning, just talking about sharing your suck, right? That wasn't his exact words, but that's what I got out of it. Like sharing your suck, sharing your reality, sharing, what your struggles are in life, because we all freaking struggle. All of us do. And so when you get on social media and you start seeing highlight reels of everybody's, good stuff in their life without the suck, sometimes it could be draining. It can make you feel miserable. Like social media can make you feel miserable because it looks like everyone else is doing these wonderful, great things and with no suck. And that sucks. So if you're just jumping on, where are you tuning in from? I'd love to see where you guys are watching from. Right now I'm in Lake Havasu City, Arizona. It's going to be over 100 again out here, but you know what? I'll take that any day over the snow. Danny and I just got back from the beach last weekend. It was so freaking incredible. I swear to God, we're going to be house hunting out there sooner than planned, which is amazing. And then we're hopping on a plane tomorrow and we're heading out to Oregon to go race another Spartan Saturday. And it'll be our first time in Oregon, so we're gonna race. We're gonna check out Portland. We're gonna race a Spartan, and hopefully head over to the coast. Any suggestions for what we should do while we're out there? We don't have a lot of time. We're coming back Saturday night, leaving tomorrow morning, coming back Saturday night. So any suggestions on what to do out in Oregon or in the Portland area? Or the coast area, that'd be awesome. So where are you watching from, you guys? And so what I wanted to talk about in July, where Danny and I are at, for those of you who have been following, we partnered with Pruvit over a year and a half ago. And I've liked to think that I've been, hey Veronica, Bullhead City, nice, right up the road. I like to think that we've been transparent with our journey as much as possible and not a bunch of hype. Hype is just what it sounds like, right? Hype is just hype. And I think nowadays everybody's bullshit radar is out, right? We all can see it coming. We all expect it coming. And that sometimes can work against us if we stay, I don't know if closed-minded is the right, maybe guarded. Like if we're too guarded from things, then we don't really look into what the facts are. But I get it, because throughout the years, especially since the internet actually became available, because if you're my age, we didn't grow up with the internet, right? So then the internet came to us, and there was a lot of people trying to sell a lot of things to us, which they still do through TV as well. Try to sell a lot of things to us. And a lot of things are not what they seem, right? So there's a lot of bullshit out there, and we have to stay guarded to some degree. But if we're too guarded, again, that could work against us. So I know that Danny and I try to share our hearts real. We try to share our lives real. We try to share with what we're going through in a real way, so that there is no BS, right? We've said from day one Anyone wanted to ask us any questions, message us. We're an open book. Anyone who wants to ask any questions right here on this live, comment. I'll message it. I'll answer you in public. I've been through some shit in my life. Dani has been through some shit in her life. And we are overcoming to become, right? That's like our mission, overcome to become. In our opinion, that should be everybody's mission, right? We should all be overcoming whatever our obstacles are to become what we truly want in our lives. And we get surrounded with so much crap that is so draining and so distracting that we don't keep the focus on what is most important, which is becoming the people that we want to be in our lives. When we were kids, when we were growing up, like let's just say if you're my age now, when you were 20 or 30 even, were you looking at, because I'm going to be 48 here in a couple months, were you looking at yourself where you are now saying, this is exactly where I wanted to be in life? Right? Is this exactly where you want to be in life? And for the majority of people, it's not, really, because it's just a small percentage of people who actually take charge and move towards their goals and dreams. And I don't think that's any fault of, not so much fault of our own, because we're programmed in a way through society and our school systems and things like that, we're brought up to go to school and get a job and work for somebody else for the rest of our lives. I mean, that's just kind of the way that we're programmed, and that doesn't make dreams come true, unless your dreams are to work for someone else for the rest of your life, and whatever. I'm not going to get into that, but if that's your dreams and you're living your dreams, then fantastic. But the majority of people want more in life. They want to do more in life, want to give more in life, want to be more in life, but just struggle to find a way to do it. And so there's a lot of things out on the internet that like try to sell you, right? Like learn 10 simple steps to, get out of debt and live your dream life and blah, blah, blah. And it's 3 easy payments of $49.95. You know what I mean? And the truth is that everything that you see, I can't say it like that because that's generalizing and globalizing, and I don't mean to do that. The majority of stuff that we see for sale online about how-tos, you have free access to. Like, free access. Like, all that they did to sell you whatever they want to sell you is they gathered a bunch of free information, put it together, put their own twist on it, put it in a pretty little bow, and are trying to sell it to you to make money. Now, I'm not saying that's wrong. I'm not. Because maybe some of you that are watching this actually do that and make a good living. I don't know. I've bought courses before. I've bought certain things before. And I'm not saying all courses are bullshit. I'm not saying that at all. And those of you who are familiar with my ice maker, that's what that was. So, but what I am saying is that there is a lot of hype out there. So to get back to what I'm talking about here, there's a lot of hype out there. There's a lot of things that might sound like they will solve problems, but the truth is that though they might offer some great tips to solve problems, it's you, right? It's us. We're the ones who make the decisions. We're the ones who, we're the ones that have to do the hard shit to make things happen. I mean, that's bottom line. There's no one else that's going to do the hard shit for us. Nobody. And no one's going to tap you on the shoulder and say, hey, it's your turn to be successful. Hey, it's your turn to start doing the hard shit. Nobody's going to do that. We have to do that. We have to make that decision somewhere. So not everybody wants to make that decision. Not everybody is in a place where they want more in life, right? Maybe, people are very happy and content with what they're doing. But if you're not, then it's up to you to make that decision that you are going to do what's hard. Because if it was easy, you've heard this before, if it was easy, everyone would do it, right? So what does that mean? That means that the majority of people who are in an environment, which I think many of us have been around, where people have given up, basically. They're like, it is what it is mentality, are just choosing not to do the hard things, to move their lives forward, to go after their goals and their dreams. So it's up to us to get to that point, or to make that realization in our lives that are like, that's like, okay, I know it's going to be hard, right? I know it's going to be hard, but I'm willing to do it to get the results that I'm looking for. That's one aspect of it. The other aspect is, what the hell do I do? Okay, I'm willing to do the hard things. What are the hard things? Like, okay, tell me the hard things. Like, okay, I'm down. And so, you know, what's crazy is that I relate a lot of things from business to fitness. Like, they're so parallel, because people who get fitness results, health and fitness results, do the hard things. They go work out every day. They make the hard decisions every day of what they put in their mouth, right? That's right. So same with where we want to go in life, if it's business or wanting to give more. I mean, if you want to give more, you can only pour from your cup what you have, right? So you have to fill your own cup. So if you want to be a philanthropist in the world, then you need to bring in money for yourself so that you can give it away, right? So a lot of people say, well, I don't want to make a whole bunch of money. I'm not trying to be a millionaire. Well, what are you trying to be then? A thousandaire? I mean, the only reason people say that, in my opinion, and you can click the unfriend button if I offend you, but I think that the only reason anyone ever says, I don't want to make $1 million, or I don't want to be a millionaire, is because they're afraid to say it out loud, because they're afraid to fail, or they're afraid of judgment, that what's someone else going to say? Well, what do you mean you want to be a millionaire? Or how the hell are you going to do that? You know what I mean? So it's fear. It's fear, because though you might say it because you don't want to acquire a bunch of, whether it's houses, cars, whatever the fill in the blank, right? Tangible things, whatever, it's all that. But wouldn't you be able to give more in life if you had more, right? So if you're not all about the money and the cars and the travel and the jets and all that stuff, fantastic. Not everybody is, right? Some people want to live very simple but give at a higher level. How can you do that? You can't do it by being a thousandaire. I'll tell you right now, right? So how do you do it, right? What is like the hard things? And so that's where I feel like Danny and I are trying to be very transparent with what we're doing. Very transparent. There's nothing that happens overnight, just like fitness, right? If you gained 50 pounds, you didn't gain it in a month, you ain't gonna lose it in a month, right? If you have been in debt for 10 years, you're not gonna get out of debt in a month. It's not going to happen, right? You have to do the hard things. And when it comes to achieving more in life and filling your cup more so that you can give more, it's not just business tips. There is something called the law of the lid, if you're familiar with that your income or achievements or prosperity is only going to grow as high or to the level that you grow, right? So what does that mean? That means that what the question would be like, what are you filling your head with, right? Are you watching the news every day, or are you filling your head with positive things every day? Whether it's a how-to book on relationships, how-to book on business, how-to book, or reading somebody else's story of prosperity, right? Learning from personal development. Are you doing those things? Those are part of the hard things. If someone says, well, what are the hard things? Because I'm willing to do it, right? What are those hard things? The hard things are personal development, personal growth. The hard things are being leadable, teachable, coachable. That's a hard thing. Like for me, for example, I battle a lot with ego. I do. That's one of my hard things. Like, I don't like being told what to do. I'm the first one to admit I don't like being told what to do, and I don't like anyone to tell me things that I already know. Like, that's pretty raw, right? I mean, that's just the way that I am, and I'm afraid that sometimes people can hear my eyes roll. And the truth is that I have to knock that shit off and be more open, because I might hear something different that takes me to another level, right? So being leadable, teachable, and coachable from people who are doing the things in life that you want to be doing. That, I believe, like, if you guys saw, like, we met up with Tony Robbins yesterday, Now, Tony Robbins had a huge impact in my life. I think I might have been in my 20s or something like that when I bought like his CD pack or whatever it was, 30-day CD pack. I forget the name of it. But what he talked about a lot, and he still does, is modeling. And modeling is, I think, one of the most impactful things that you can do to take your life to the next level. And all that means is finding the people that are doing that you want to be doing in life. Whatever it is. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I'm not telling y'all to do what we're doing, right? All I'm saying is find people that are doing what you want to be doing in life. Let's say they are a philanthropist living on the beach, toes in the sand every day. Find them. Ask them how they're doing it. Model what they do. Are they good people, right? So some people will look at successful people and be like, this is the route I want to go, without actually getting to know those successful people and finding out whether they're happy doing what they're doing or not, right? Because I think that there's a lot of successful people, let's go back to our school system, for example, who go to school for years, get into a ton of debt to open their own profession, to hit the grind every day. And though they might be making $250 a year, are they happy? Are they happy doing what they're doing? Because you might look at the $250 a year and be like, that's what I want to do. But find those people like that you're wanting to be, like, wanting to follow their footsteps. Find them, talk to them, ask them questions. Like, are you happy? Right? Is your life fulfilling? That's huge to know. That's going to guide you more towards your purpose, in my opinion. If you get around more people who are doing the things that you want to be doing, that are happy doing those things, you're going to have a far better chance at achieving those things than just blindly going to school to go after a profession or something like that because you're chasing money. Right? How many people do we know that have either all the time in the world and no money, or all the money in the world and no time? Right? So we all know people like that, right? And you can participate in the comments below. I'd appreciate it if you do. But we all know people like that, right? So then I think the goal should be, again, my opinion, take it or leave it. I think the goal should be find that in between, right? Find the in between so that you have the income and the time, right? You have both, because one without the other is no good. It doesn't serve anybody, right? I mean, you can work yourself to death providing an income for your family. I get it. But on the final days, would your family say, oh my gosh, thank you for giving us all this money? Or are they going to be like, no, we really wished you were here with us, right? I think those types of things, and as you read more, like when I was going back earlier doing the hard shit about reading personal development, stuff like that, these are the types of books that you read, like the things that really truly matter in life are who we are and what we give to the world, right? Because whether you know it or not, you matter. You matter. You matter to your family. You matter to your friends. Everything you do and say matters. And you can make a difference. And as you make a difference, that's what creates more purpose in your life. When you can create more purpose in your life and put that into something that provides an income for your family, that also provides more time for your family, that's like the golden key, right? If you can unlock something that wakes you up in the morning filled with purpose, filled with vision, drive, ambition, motivation, earns you an income, and provides you time to spend with who you want, when you want, that's the golden key, right? So how do we find that? How do we find that? I think that that's what a lot of people, obviously, like some people might be watching this and going, yeah, right, of course we all want that, Chris, of course, blah, 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 blah. That's the way I was. I was like that. And I know that a lot of people that I have talked to in the past are like that. And, you know, and I think it's very individualized. Okay, let me take that back. I know it's very individualized because if you truly want that, you have to find the people, like I said, that are doing that already and get aligned with them. And the reason why I say it's very individualized, because whatever they're doing to make that happen, that needs to fill your heart. Like that needs to be something very important to you, right? So let's say it's people who are crushing it. Let's say there's a team of people crushing it in real estate and you want to join that team, right? Then you want to get around those people. You want to ask them questions. You want to get involved. Proximity is power. Proximity is power. Proximity is power. Get around them, right? Learn what they're doing. And if they're willing to teach you how to crush it in real estate, then do that. Does that serve your heart, right? Does that give you purpose? Because I think from some very successful real estate professionals, I know in their heart they are truly satisfied and fulfilled because they feel like they've served their customer, right? They've served their clients. They've added value, right? And because they've added value, that gives them purpose and it provides a great income for them, right? So that's one example. Real estate, I think that's a great example. Sorry, my throat is really dry. If you are choosing to participate in the comments below, I would love for you guys to drop some examples of what you think serves people well, right? So, like for Dani and I, again, we've been fully transparent with our journey with Pruvit. Fully transparent. Is it for everybody? No, absolutely not. Is real estate for everybody? No, absolutely not. You know? And then there's some people that, you know, I think this is a great analogy and comparison. There are some people that say that, well, yeah, I know what you guys are doing with Pruvit, and, you know, I know a lot of people who have signed up for things like that in the past, and they've never sold anything. Well, I know lots of people that got their real estate license and never sold a house. I'm one of them. Right? Just because you sign up to do something does not make you successful. Just because you sign up to do whatever it is in life to do, nothing happens until you do. That's anything and everything. I think we all are hearing more and more, especially with social media, this instant fame, this instant success, and you do this and you'll instantly, and it has bullshit. It is, because the only thing that's successful, the only thing that's going to create success in your life is the grind. It's the grind. It's getting in the dirt. It's getting in the dirt and working. Getting in the dirt and working. Ask anybody, whether you're doing what we're doing with Pruvit or with another company or with real estate. Right? It's the grind. You have to be in that grind. You have to do it every single day. You have to do the hard shit every single day. And the hard for different professions is going to be different. But I will tell you that success, whatever profession it is, you're still going to need to feed your mind. So you're still going to need your personal development. You still, in my opinion, should keep your body and health at a certain level, right? You need to have focus, you need to have brain clarity, and that doesn't come from the opposite of keeping yourself fit, right? So you need certain things in your life that go along with your profession, and then the hard things are going to be different, right? So like the hard things for us is getting out of our own way. The hard things in our profession with Pruvit is getting out of our own way, stop overthinking things, stop feeling like we need to know it all, get the hell out of our ego, or get the ego out of, you know what I mean, right? That's the hard stuff. The hard stuff is reaching out to a friend and saying, hey, what I found is freaking amazing, you should check it out. And then not worrying about what the outcome is. Because I'll tell you right now, everyone who we've talked to, with what we're doing with Pruvit, we don't get to decide whether you do it or not. Even if you say, yes, Chris, we want to do it. We don't, that's like, we'll show you what to do, but it's up to you. It's on you. It's on you. It's on all of us if we want to succeed and take our lives to the next level. Social media can be just so disempowering and lead us down the wrong road when you start to believe the hype. And so I'm hoping that this live, which I had no idea what I was going to talk about, at least shines some light that what we do is simple. It is. It's the most simple thing I've ever seen in my life, but it's one of the hardest. So are you willing to do the hard? Are you willing to do the hard? Leadable, teachable, coachable. Are you willing to use your team? Are you willing to use tools and resources? Or are you going to be the tool and the resource? Because if you are the tool, you're the tool. You'll never succeed. Not doing what we do. No one succeeds alone. Even with real estate, you got to have a team. You have to have a team. We are much better together. All of us are much better together, no matter what we do, right? So moving forward, I remember what I wanted to talk about now. It's only been a half hour, right? I want to talk about what we did in July. So Danny and I have been with Pruvit since February 2018. What has happened over the past year and a half has been mind-blowing. Absolutely mind-blowing. And, you know, we've had so many conversations about how important it is for people to know what's available. And how do you do that in a way that doesn't sound like a pitch, that doesn't sound like bullshit, to be honest with you. And we got a chance to work with a couple people when we were in Atlanta. And one of those people, she just motivated the shit out of me. I should say inspired the shit out of me, which created some motivation inside of me. Because what she does is she, I don't know whether it's a Zoom or I don't know exactly. I didn't need the details, to be honest with you. But I do know that she shares her Pruvit business plan every single day. Every single day. And she invites to it, like a link, a Zoom, or whatever it is. And I was like, wow. Every single day. And she just takes 10, 15 minutes, whatever. And that inspired me because of the conversations that Danny and I were having about how our lives have changed so much, how we've seen so many people's lives change so much. And we're like, how do we just get it out there? How do we just share it? Like share the real, right? So we started a group. This was the way that I didn't know what the hell to do. I'm honest with you. Just learning as we grow, growing as we learn. And so I started a group, and I started sharing in this group every day. At first it was on Zoom. Man, I gotta tell you, it was just horrible. I was just a mess. I was shaking. I didn't even know what the hell I was saying. How silly, right? Because a year and a half, and our story is amazing, but I still was fumbling all over the place. That's part of it. That's part of the hard that I was talking about. It was very, very ugly. I even had a couple of our friends who helped launch Pruvit on one of the calls, and they got to see me fall all over myself, and it was horrible. But you know what? I didn't stop. Every single day, all through July, I did that. And then I started interviewing people who were having success, and I felt that people were getting more value out of that. So we created a group called Project 2020, and that group, the whole idea of that group is to have 2020 people all paying it forward by 2020. So that's our mission with this group. And all we're doing is just sharing what's available to you through stories, because it's not saying, hey, look at us, look at what we're doing. It's not to impress you. It's to show people what is available, to show people that there is a way to move forward in life, part-time in your spare time, that can take you and your finances and your health and your wellness and your friendships and your relationships to the next level. There is a way to do that. So when we were talking earlier about, well, what is the hard? I'm willing to do the hard, show me the hard. That's it. That's it. That's the hard. It's not some huge financial investment to go, buy laundromats and create residual income. That is hard. And I don't have the money to do that, right? So the hard is sharing your story, being real and raw, and sharing your defeats, and sharing your lows, and sharing your highs, and sharing what's available. I'm gonna have to cut this off because my wife is calling me. But collaboration is powerful, right? So with that, I'm gonna wrap this up. And anybody who has questions about what we're doing, the videos that I've downloaded, 8 videos. We have 8 videos in the group right now that are super freaking powerful. Anyone that wants to see them, just comment below. I'll add you to the group. You can leave the group if you don't want to group. You can jump in the group, watch them. If they add value, great. I hope that this video added value. I hope that we're staying real and raw, because that is our mission. 100% our mission is to be open books, 100%. Ask anything in the comments or hit me privately, and I'm here to answer the questions. All right, guys. Happy Wednesday. We'll talk to you later.